All right, so boom. My name is Jordan Hall.
My name is Kyrah Page.
And we are here with the ace, the SGA president, Drake Smith.
Hey everybody, what's happening?
All right. So where are you from?
Oh, so we're just getting right into the nitty gritty. You don't. That
Right.
was. I don't know. I thought the intro would be like longer. I don't know. Like,
Nah, I mean,
This
not
is
really.
The Black Caliber. There you go.
there we go.
You
There
ready?
we
The
go.
Black Caliber podcast.
Distinction at its finest. Episode 2.
See that's what I'm talking about.
See?
See now I'm ready.
Now
Now
he's-
I'm ready.
See, you wasn't.
Now
You
I'm
got.
ready.
I wasn't ready. I wasn't there.
Nah, you wasn't there.
They don't
But we here now. It's cool. It's cool.
All right. So yeah, where are you from?
So I'm from Udenton, Maryland. So that's 30 minutes from DC, and 30 minutes from Baltimore. Like I'm right smack dab in the middle. For most people from Maryland.
But you
know
still
this.
got that accent though.
I know, Stoop,
Stupid.
Avenue.
Oh man.
But
Absolute.
But most people, if I say I'm Arundel Mills Mall Live Casino, I live right there. If I'm
Oh,
there.
Howard County.
No, Anne Arundel County.
Oh,
You don't even know. That's crazy. That's the
you're
one
right.
thing-
Howard County is other.
It's-
Well, you.
It's the one, people from Baltimore, they don't know any other spot in Maryland. They just think like
They just know Baltimore.
I love Baltimore, but like they be like,
I thought. I think yeah, it is Anne Arundel County. That does make sense. More importantly, all right. What's your major? Before we say you're getting talking about the specifics.
so my major is political science, and I'm minoring in international relations, and I'm getting the pre-law certificate. And at Lincoln, pre-law certificate is just like a minor.
It's a minor, okay. And for y'all that don't know, like, he's a 37-year-old man.
67.
Absolutely.
He has the schedule of a full-time working man.
Absolutely.
Let's start there.
All right. So, what do you plan to do with these majors?
So, when I first got to school, I always knew like I wanted to get in politics somehow, but I never went up saying like, yeah, I want to be president of the United States. Because to me, I've met people that just say that,
Yeah.
and they just seem like very pretentious, like not cool, like daddy's money type people. So I always tell people I just want to get as high as possible in politics without selling out. So if I stop at being like, like a county councilman or in the state legislature, but I'm not a sellout and I'm doing a lot of good work for my community, I'm happy. But if I can get, the Congress, United States Senate, maybe even higher, right? But I'm still working for the people, and I'm not like beholden to like special interest groups and just rich people, and I'll be happy. So I just want to get as high as possible without selling out, and I want to go to, after Lincoln, I want to go to law school, and I want to go on the criminal side of law. Law has two sides, criminal, civil. I'm going to go on the criminal side, and when I first got to school, I didn't know if I wanted to be a prosecutor or a public defender, because I want to help as many people as possible. And to
So,
me,
public defender.
exactly, but
You're not helping nobody.
No,
It's a
but here's the thing. I learned this through the Thurgood Marshall Law Society here at Lincoln. That's the pre-law organization, and I was talking to it was a civil rights lawyer, and they said that the prosecutor has the most power in the courtroom. You might want to rethink about being a public defender, because a lot of people don't realize this. It's the prosecutor in the courtroom that brings the charges against you. So if someone has a minor weed possession, they can throw the book at you, or they can say, they just throw it all out.
So basically, it's like however hard you want to go to
Exactly.
get them in jail.
Exactly.
I definitely thought that. But
Yeah. So but the thing is, a lot of people that get that position, the whole thing is tough on crime because they're trying to get reelected. They're trying to get higher offices. They're selling out. So if I'm a prosecutor, I wouldn't sell out. But if I can be a public defender and help people, as long as I'm close to the people that need the most help in the courtroom.
Yeah, because public
I'm fine.
defender, I feel like is way more stressful than a prosecutor.
It is.
Yeah.
Especially depending on like if you're in a major city, and depending on the funding of your office, you'll
Because even the stereotype, they come in shirt
you've
untucked,
seen the
dropping
Twitter
stuff.
Twitter joint where they're like baggy pants.
Yeah, like cheap suits.
Just your first time meeting them, like, and I think it's funny, but like
That's real life.
that's real life. Like they're seeing you on like the worst day of your life, right? And you gotta trust them to have the zeal and advocate for you. But most of the time we see the prosecutor wins.
I just like that you said that you ain't want to sell out, because I think like that's a huge thing when you see black people getting in power positions. You just want to make sure that they don't like, all right, now that I'm up here, I'm just gonna ditch y'all because y'all got me there. Now I'm here. So like the fact that you said that.
Wait,
Turn your mic toward your face. Like aim it at your mouth. I think.
Sorry, I'm short. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that sounds a lot better.
Wow, you hear me?
I told you, gotta do the mic thing where you do the little
I
spin.
gotta turn and do this.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. You talking like you've been on these a couple
podcast.
times.
No, you
real comfortable.
I gotta do a little podcast spin. But no, the sellout thing is very important because a lot of people think like, and I heard it like this: they think voting is just a magic wand,
Right.
and everything they want to happen is gonna happen right away. Bam, schools get fixed because I voted. Bam, more money in my pocket because I voted. Bam, all the problems I have are gone. No, voting's not a magic wand, but it's a start to that process. Mm-hmm. But if you don't vote, that's a guarantee that everything you want to advocate for is not going to happen. And when we get these people in office, they don't do what they say they're going to do. One, because I'm just going to say, the black side, we have a lot of community organizing, and that's what we're good at. Mm-hmm. But sometimes we just don't have those funding, or we don't have the monetary side. But if you look at like the National Rifle Association, the NRA, and their budget of millions upon millions of dollars that goes into lobbying, you see why we can't pass gun reform in this country. If you look at Roe v. Wade, right? Roe v. Wade in the 70s, we thought, I think it was 73. We thought, maybe it was 72. I think it was about 49 years, so it was 73. We thought that was like in law, right? Mm-hmm. But the people on the other side, they have been putting millions upon millions of dollars over these last almost 50 years into fighting abortions in this country, and they won because they have the money. So when we elect politicians in office, we don't realize that they are beholden to these special interest groups. Like, it doesn't care. Everybody speaks the same language of money. Everybody speaks that same language.
Absolutely.
And that's what we're fighting against. So you got to kind of stay on them. And I'm not, justifying people not doing it. I'm just trying to explain that it makes sense why they can't get anything done or why they're just not doing what they said they were going to do, because people are holding money over their head. Mm-hmm. And like I said, they're selling out,
Real talk. Oh, sorry. I actually didn't know if you were done.
I was done. No, I was somewhere. This you gotta be comfortable with the silence.
Yeah, of course.
I was comfortable.
Like, I know it was, but everybody just looked at me.
You gotta give them time to think about what you just said.
Let marinate.
You said some real.
Yeah, and he made it real simple.
Yeah, like I feel like
a lot of people talk over your heads, like especially like younger people when we're coming up. We only know what our parents tell us.
Exactly.
And what they tell you in school. And they tell you in school, you don't remember.
No, that's why, like, some people, they make fun of me for it, but, like, when I talk to people, even people I know, you said know your rights?
You know your rights.
No, I know my rights. It's when I'm explaining stuff, I don't like to say, like, acronyms. So like I said, like, NRA, like, some people don't know what that is.
Right.
I said the National Rifle Association.
Yeah,
or like,
I know what that is.
Yeah. I'm cracking, lock and loaded. But when you're explaining stuff, like, I never assume that somebody knows everything, but I never assume that they're like a dummy either, right?
Yeah, just talk to people like they people.
I talk to people like I want to be talked to, right? Like, just have a normal conversation.
Because if it goes over our head, because like sometimes when people talk to me, I'll be like, all right, now you got to say it for the slow people. You got to catch me up. Yes, it do.
Or like, it's off-putting too.
Yeah, it's like, okay, now you just like, you said all these big words and now you just freaked me out.
Yeah, I just need a dictionary now. So I'm on my phone like,
I'm dead.
He said loquacious. But, all right.
You like that word, huh?
Loquacious, because nobody knows what that means.
No, look, I got another word.
What?
That means talkative. Garrulous.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Verbose.
I've heard garrulous.
Verbose.
That means talkative?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. Wordsmith. You know that the joint on Sesame Street is like puh, duh. And they say the word, they put the word together. No? Just me?
I mean,
you know what I'm
I am 19.
They be like,
I ain't got no little siblings.
No, it's like the silhouettes. It's like, pull, apple.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember that.
It's been a minute.
You guys are trying to make me feel.
No, you're fine.
No, I think
All right.
They don't know it. Watch Sesame Street.
Okay, so all right, so when you got here, I remember working with you. Mm-hmm. That was
say how
the Freddie D. Hall Council.
Best dorm on campus.
Best dorm on campus.
I don't know about that.
Shout out to Mr. Harris. Mr. Harris, shout out to Mr. Harris.
Absolutely, shout out to Mr. Harris. But yeah, and you were doing a lot of stuff, and then next year you turned around. Not even that year, that same year, you run for SGA president. So what motivated you to want to do that and get to this position so early, knowing that a lot of people were going to be upset if you won too.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I didn't think people were going to be upset that I won, but why did I run for SGA president? I ran really because I'm coming into this school as a freshman, and I have my own ideas about how a student government association should run, and or like how a school should run in general. I just wasn't seeing that. A little bit about my background from Anne Arundel County, Maryland. That's like right next to Baltimore, south of Baltimore. We have a school board. And on the school board, we have a student member position, and that student member represents 80,000 students with they just changed the number of people on the school board. And you're with 7 other adults plus the superintendent. Most of these people have the one guy had 49 years of teaching experience. The president was a doctor. The superintendent's a doctor, right? So I'm working with these people, and I kind of gain these skills to advocate for students, like as a student to these people with these professional degrees. And I was like, I could do that here. Like I remember at the convocation last year in the Mary Dodd Brown Memorial Chapel, watching the SGA get installed last year, and it was just like sitting straight in front of me, or standing in front of me, was the SGA president. And it's like she was right there, and the podium was like, it was like a movie moment. Like she's straight across from me, she's giving her speech, and I'm like, I could do that. So it kind of started forming in my head like early on, but it wasn't like I want to do that to like pad my resume, right? Like I want to do that because like just make me feel good. Yeah, I want to do that because I can really help people through that. Like I can help, try and fix the hot water, the heat, the Wi-Fi on campus, right? Try and make administration more accountable. Try and make Lincoln like more of a family type thing, because we are the nation's, and I said this during the campaign, we are the nation's first HBC, but where are we now? Like if you didn't go to Lincoln, or you know somebody that goes to Lincoln, or you live outside the Philadelphia, Baltimore area, you probably haven't heard about Lincoln University. But we have such a storied history. Thurgood Marshall, Langston Hughes, Gil Scott Heron, and that's just not being told. And even the students now, they're doing stuff like podcasts and all kinds of amazing things. That's just not being shared. Like when the women's basketball team won the CIAA,
nobody talked about it.
Nobody cared. I cared personally.
I'm still trying to get a ring. I be asking them every day, like, can I hold a ring?
Nah, those rings are nice.
Shout out to y'all.
Yeah,
absolutely. Y'all are amazing.
Absolutely.
Wonderful athlete.
The winningest team on campus, right?
Yeah.
No. Not. Cause you run track. Right?
Yeah.
You run track too?
No.
Yeah, no, it's fine now, cause
you guys need to get there.
We definitely gonna win. It just
win,
we got a little bit of building to do.
You gotta say they were the first of many, right? The women's basketball team, first of many. They had to get it started, get the ball rolling.
Right.
But definitely track coming soon.
There you go.
Y'all gonna see me, cause I'm definitely gonna be on here with at least a medal at least once.
Speedster.
I already have a medal, so I need a couple.
We're gonna manifest that.
No, it's true. It's happening.
It's gonna happen. Exactly, manifest.
That's it. Oh, but getting back to what I was saying, I was like, there's so much stuff.
Keeping us on track.
I know. I know, but there's so much stuff that I wanted to see from the school, and I felt like it's not gonna be being done. And like, don't get me wrong, like, you know me, like, I like to party, I like to have fun.
Yeah, y'all would be surprised. Like the person right here and like code switch like crazy. I'm trying to get there.
Yeah, like
no.
Yeah, like
I'm trying. No, I
To
am.
code switch?
His code switch is crazy.
I can't.
Like no, people really follow me around. They follow me in these private conversations. They be like, "What?"
Yeah, he'll say some loose things. Like,
and the thing I be saying is like stuff around like the board of trustees and like Dr. Allen, they be cracking up. Like, you just gotta be yourself, you know. But you gotta know. It's called tact. Like knowing when and where to say something. But
absolutely.
But I just felt like there was a void of like really. I feel like SJ should really boost Lincoln, right? Yeah, homecoming is fun. Yeah, spring fling's fun. Very important. right? But we still have the rest of the year to focus on. And this is nothing against nobody. But I just felt like I could really bring that to the tables. Because I don't want people to think like, oh, Drake think he's better than everybody else, like he know better. No. It's not that I think I can do it better than you. I just feel like I have a set of skills that I can bring and I can really help Lincoln. Because even if I lost the presidency last year, if I lose this upcoming year, because I do plan to run again, Drake Smith, 2023 SGA president.
You got my vote.
Drake Smith, vote for me again, please.
Might have to, maybe while you're running, we might have to bring you in your competition. Y'all have a nice little debate.
A little debate?
Man. Oh, man.
That joint might get a little spicy.
Yeah, fire in the booth.
Yeah, oh my God. Might flip the table.
Oh, no.
Oh my God.
I feel like, I don't know if you understand how much conversation you created on campus for like, cause everybody's like, Drake. I'm like, Drake.
Yeah,
Drake.
Like.
And then all of a sudden it's like, well, one, you're a freshman, two, like the ripple that you created. Like, you didn't just come in, you came through swinging.
Yeah,
and I feel like
his campaign, I remember, is I'm
insane.
Drake Smith. he in the cafeteria, everybody knows Drake. And it was like, that was inspiring. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, if I ever want to do anything, I want to do it like Drake.
Yeah, because what I saw, and like, I'm a very.
How much money did you spend on that campaign?
$500.
That's.
You be asking Fed questions.
No, because I know like last year people were spending thousands of dollars just to win Hansberry president.
Yeah.
Things like that. So it's like
That's crazy.
he spent $500 and his campaign was still so much better than any of the other ones we've seen.
And that's the thing you bring.
But we haven't been here very long. But still, like.
But like what I saw from the hall council campaigns, from the other just campaigns around campus, like people just stick a cupcake in your face and be like, vote for me. Mm-hmm. Like I remember I would, like some people thought I was annoying for doing this, but I would go to, like, they set up a table in the caf, got a little poster, got their stuff. I walk up, they're like, hi, I'm so and so, I'm running for this, da 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 da. I'm like, cool. So what are you gonna do? Mm-hmm. Like, what do you mean? What am I gonna do? Like, you get this position, I vote for you. What's
then
next?
What? Right.
They're like, well, I'm gonna try and do this. Like, they had to think. I'm like, you don't already have that like established. Mm-hmm. So that's why when I ran for SGA president, I said, I'm
going to do this. Yeah, and I'm Drake
that's
Smith.
It. Well, I said it like,
with the politician
I'm not a
name.
flashy person. Like, if you look at this campus and you see people like, you see people wear suits all the time. Like, don't get me wrong, I can wear a suit, right, Jordan? I know how to wear a suit. Okay,
I can wear a suit.
Don't think I'm like a bum, but I don't feel the need to like wear like flashy clothes. It's just not who I am. Like, I'm a low key type of guy. Like, I like to tell people I'm a humble man of simple means. Like, I mean,
but what you do speaks for itself.
Exactly. And so when I ran the campaign, it was kind of like run the campaign like how I would run a campaign. And I said, I'm not gonna like spend a lot. I didn't put a single poster up. Like, you may have seen them on the walls. Like someone else just put that up there, but I didn't put a single poster up. What I did was my flyers. If you look at them, they're very crude. Like, it's just my picture, and then it was like, I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z. Election day is da 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 da. Like, it was nothing crazy. I didn't make no crazy video. I didn't buy like a whole new wardrobe or anything like that. I didn't even have like a, people say like a weird slogan or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, mine was no gimmicks. Like, that was literally my slogan. Like, no gimmicks. A lot of stuff you see is like gimmicky. Mm-hmm. But so I just said, I want to talk to students, hear their issues, and like, I kind of already know the issues. So I went up to people with a duffel bag and said, hey, I'm Drake Smith. I'm running for SJ president. I'm running because I think we pay way too much in tuition for our hot water, our Wi-Fi, and our heat to be cutting out. Right? We have all these amenities on campus we're not using, and a lot of students just feel disconnected. Like, vote for me for real change. And I feel like people in that moment, I wouldn't even say I was a freshman, because it's not about your classification. Because like, a lot of people are like, oh, Drake, you're a freshman. How can a freshman do it? I was like, well, think like this. First of all, you can be a freshman at any age. Like, I came in, normal freshman. I was 18 coming in, and my birthday's in October, so when I ran, I was 19. But like, you could be like a 22-year-old freshman with some like military experience, job experience. Like, you might have already kind of started your life, but now you're going to college. Right. So I don't think that like your classification matters, because that kind of throws away your whole background. Because you can be a senior at this campus and just not do anything. Mm-hmm. Like, literally, just not, you go to class, you get the grades, and you get a diploma, and then that's it. But like, did you learn any skills? Like, a diploma is nice, but what's behind it? Mm-hmm. So when I didn't think like, oh, I'm a freshman, can I run? Like, am I qualified? Like, I knew I wouldn't run if I didn't think I was qualified. So I just loaded up a duffel bag, walked around, talked to people, and then by the end of the week, my issue was that I ran out of people to talk to. Everybody was like, "You already talked to me."
Yeah, I remember that. Though. I remember when I met Drake. It was the bonfire.
Yes.
And he was just standing there holding a piece of wood because the bonfire was so hot, nobody wanted to go near it to roast their marshmallows. So Drake was just standing there, "Hey, dude," and I'm like, "Who is this guy?" Like, I didn't think I'd see him again, and then it was like, all right, because he didn't give off the energy that he gives off now. It was just like, and then
just be myself.
And the like next time I see him, he's like, "Yeah, I'm Drake Smith. I'm Freddie D. What is it? President.
President. Yeah.
And it was like, all right, I'm working with him. He's like, "We need a letterhead." I'm like, I don't even know what that is.
Yeah. I was like,
I didn't know what any of that is. It was kind of intimidating. And then,
then you start seeing me in them closed door conversations.
Yeah, it was like, oh, okay, so this is Drake. So how do you feel like you dealt with like the hate and the backlash that a lot of the upper class? Because I know the freshmen loved you. Like it was like, yeah, we did this. But I know like a lot of the upper class, like he doesn't know how this is run. They don't know what you have to do, and it's like even despite that, you got everything done anyway. Yeah, well, but it was like, how did that affect you, and like make you go forward, or change your perception?
Well, that's the thing. Like, I had a lot of upperclassmen support. Like I think I won by like 200 votes. So yeah. I had like a lot of upperclassmen, freshmen, every grade like support, right? But then like I found out there's some people in my class that aren't rocking with me. Like they're just not. I don't know. They just. I guess they don't know me.
Yeah, I feel like people always need somebody to blame.
Yeah, I mean,
and it's like,
and that's okay. Like I didn't get this position to be like. I mean, of course I wouldn't be like hated, but right, I didn't expect everybody to like me. Like that wasn't number one the priority. Like I wasn't doing this because you try to please everybody, you please nobody. And so during the campaign, I wasn't really feeling a lot of negativity to where I thought like, oh, I gotta rethink things. Like I was walk up to people, they was really rocking, like yeah, and they would tell me more stuff. And then I'd be like, yo, can you post me on Instagram? Yeah. Post me. Yeah. And then like some people I met through campaigning were still friends. Like they still be reposting my stuff. I see them in the hallway. We still have conversations. Like make genuine connections through that. And that's what I wanted because you want an SGA where you can like walk up to them, talk to them about the real issues, and you can critique them or you can just like, yo, what's going on? And like a lot of people already come up to me like, yo, Drake, what's going on with this? Yeah. And I'm like, hold on. We've only been in school for like 3 months. Like, the wheels have changed. It's slow. I'm working hard. I'm not just like chilling, spinning in a chair. I'm working hard. but I get it. Like, I'm glad you're asking these questions because you're invested.
Yeah. So with that, my fault.
I was gonna get to it. I know I'm long-winded. My fault. I was gonna say, did people don't like me because, like I said, they think I don't know. Like when I saw the freshman class this year, like I was like, that's really crazy. Like I was like them, and then I became SGA president. Like I was like, but the thing is, I didn't come in like, I don't want to call it I'm not trying to call the freshman class clueless, but like, you know what I'm talking about? Like,
you came in knowing exactly what you wanted.
Like I studied Lincoln. Like the first week I would walk around because like you're still trying to make friends and stuff. But I just walk around by myself because I don't mind being alone. That's another thing. Like I don't mind being alone. I'd walk
there's
around.
another one of you walking around too.
That's true. I have a twin. Everybody. Shout out to Drew. He goes here.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he do. He goes here.
No, he does not.
Yes,
no. Why are you lying?
Come on, you supposed to play along.
I was okay.
No. She was going for
I was really like.
She was like, that's how I be. I'd be like, yeah, you probably said hi to him. Oh my God, that's crazy. No, my twin goes to North Carolina A&T. Electronics technology. Drew Smith was my boy. He looks just like me.
Yeah, it's your twin.
Just like me. I don't know. Some people think like, let me be like, it's fraternal. Like, I'm like, it's my twin. Like, it's just Drew. But, but no. So I fell in love with Lincoln like the first week before like classes even started, like freshman orientation week. Cause like I was walking around like the history side of the campus, like the historic side by the gate, by the Hosanna Church, all that stuff.
The cemetery. So you was just strolling the cemetery,
They have a bench. They have a Tony Morrison bench.
Yeah, I remember seeing you sitting on the bench in front of the cemetery.
Like I
drove by and I was like, that's creepy. Like you should probably.
I didn't even feel like I'm not even trying to do it to like to
you was
be
talking
weird.
to the ancestors.
It's just calming over there. Like it's a bench in front of a road, and like it's quiet. I go get on the phone with my family, or I just like
it's
just
a
reflect.
Cemetery.
But if the graves weren't there, it's just you wouldn't know.
Yeah, it wouldn't be weird, but it's a cemetery.
It's just I look at it like
it's fine. I'm just messing with you.
It's just rocks.
It's just rocks.
It's just rocks. You know. I mean, are they even there anymore? Like they decompose. Let me stop. I mean, there are probably a lot of dead bodies just in the ground. You don't know.
Yeah, probably.
You know, you don't know. But
definitely on this campus.
I would just do the history, do the research, look at the notable alumni, like a lot of people that we just don't talk about.
Yeah, because there are only 2 alumni that they really want you to know about.
You know, Thurgood Marshall, like and Thurgood Marshall is one of my heroes.
And there's another one, but I cannot pronounce his name, and I'm not going to.
Kwame Nkrumah or Nnamdi Ezekwe.
That one, yeah.
Nnamdi Ezekwe.
You see? Have, like,
He liked that.
I'm a history buff. I love history.
He is Lincoln. Drake is the embodiment of Lincoln.
Like people make jokes to me like, Drake, you wear like a Lincoln hoodie like every day.
Yeah, I was like, so you blew a bag because them hoodies way too expensive.
Yeah, no, we're gonna have to talk about that.
Nah, that's the thing. I ain't pay for them. Like,
you was stealing?
Nah, like
SGA president.
Yeah, get the hookup. Like,
so you just
swag. Like I gotta represent the school.
Look. Well, how about this? Right? Look. You put us on so we can wear our Lincoln gear on the podcast.
Like I wish.
So he said no. I tried.
No.
I wish. I mean, you can try and. How fast are you? You might be able to just run out.
I'm fast enough. I'm gonna check to make sure the camera's still on.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah.
Don't talk though, because we don't need that. We had technical difficulties. We need to cut that out. By the way.
You missed half the podcast.
Yeah. No, it wasn't. No. It stopped.
I don't know when it stopped. Drake is wonderful.
You guys think so?
You're doing great.
I like podcasts. It's fun.
Like
you just talk. Like I like to talk. Like I'm a talkative person. It's recording.
I thought you figured out how to.
No, it's still on. It didn't cut off. It just stopped recording.
That's not good.
You basically cut off, right?
Right. That's.
I mean,
being on isn't the problem.
Look, man. We still got the audio.
That's true. You
do have the audio, and that is what's most important.
You could do like what's that doing? Like a background thing?
Like B-roll.
Yeah, or whatever.
Or like
B-roll is crazy.
Or like do a stock
just like
photo.
Some nice birds in the background. While Drake's like, yeah, I hang out at the cemetery.
Now it sounds weird.
I like that. Because that day I was like, I remember driving by like, why is Drake there?
Oh yeah. And people that don't know, like Lincoln has like a historic side and like the new side.
Yeah.
And like in the front of the school, off the main road, Baltimore Pike, is Hosanna Meeting House. The first that was a church established by the free slaves. They gave the land for the school, and like there's Toni Morrison bench. Like it's dedicated. Toni Morrison has a quote saying like, "There's no memorials to slavery. There's not even a bench by the side of the road." So this organization came along and they said, let's put benches by the side of the road by like slave places, or like stuff with significant meaning during slavery, antebellum, all that good stuff. And there's a Toni Morrison bench. So and it's a nice bench. Like if you sit on it, you're like, it's a nice bench. Like I said, like
it's a nice bench.
It's nice.
I might have to go visit the bench. You feel me? Talk to him, really get embodied.
I just gave away my spot.
Like, you did.
I'm trying to go.
We all gonna be at the bench, y'all.
Like, there's only one bench, only fit like 3 people. I'm trying to go. Like, yeah, bro, get in line. Like it's gonna be an Astra. You gotta book the bench. Now I gotta book the bench. Oh my God, that'd be terrible.
Yeah.
But what was the question?
I don't know. What was the question?
Like we talking about cemeteries, benches, like.
I mean,
you fell in love with Lincoln. So,
I fell in love with. I've always been a history buff.
Yeah. So what made you come to Lincoln? Because I'm pretty sure you had the grades. Like if your brother could go to A&T,
we know you got
I highly doubt Drake Smith wasn't able to go to A&T or
Howard.
Let's talk about this. That's
Harvard.
it. I wanted to. Well, in high school, I wanted to go to the United States Naval Academy, right? But then I started doing my.
You want to go to the Army?
No, the Navy.
I'm glad you said it.
They're all the same, bro. They're all the same to me.
Like,
one's with water. That's the
crazy.
Navy.
Like, still all part of the Army.
I really said like.
No, that's the military.
Like I really said, I said United States Naval Academy.
I know, but I'm just saying like the Army. Like when I say Army, I mean all of the branches. But I understand. Y'all are very specific.
I know.
I apologize for offending y'all.
Try to make us seem like we're sticklers. That's just right and wrong.
Right.
Nah, I'm just. See, don't feel good. Like now people making fun of you. Don't feel good.
Hey man, I'm used to it. I live this lifestyle.
I'm cracking up. But no, I want to like, from like 8th grade to like 10th grade. Or 11th grade, really, I wanted to go to the United States Naval Academy. So I was really, I've always been like good at school. Like I enjoy school. I enjoy learning because I look at it like I want to be able to walk into any room, anywhere,
and be able
any
to talk.
time, and have a conversation about anything
and know what you're talking about.
Exactly,
right.
or know just a little bit, so I can just say so I can pick up on something. So if I don't know, the whole story, the whole history, I didn't read books about it, but I might know one person about it or this word or something, so we can have a conversation. So like earlier when you were like loquacious, I was like, ooh, garrulous,
Yeah.
Like,
and I said, ooh, verbose.
Exactly. See, so you can have a nice conversation. Like, so I'm just not in these conversations. Just like, what are they talking about? Like,
yeah, I'm the same way. I like knowing a little bit about a lot. Exactly. Like I remember I was in office, with my boss, and he was like, "What are the two types of sloths?" And then I was like, "Yeah, 3-toed and 2-toed," and they were like, "Why do you know that?" I was just, look, man.
See, I just learned something.
Yeah, see,
now I'm gonna know that. Like, I'm gonna be. That's crazy.
If we ever talk about sloths, we gonna know.
Like, we know.
There's
Like,
2 different types of sloths. 2-toed and 3-toed.
It's crazy. And so, like, I've always been in love with history. I mean, I've always been good at school. So, Naval Academy. But then, like, pandemic hit. Like, pandemic hit my junior year, and like you're just sitting at home and stuff. And like my whole family went to HBCUs. My dad went to Bowie State. My sister went to Virginia State. My oldest brother went to Howard. My brother went to Morehouse. My twin goes to A&T. I'm at Lincoln. And my mom.
Wow.
How many siblings do you have?
5.
5.
No, 4 siblings. 5 total. 4
Okay.
siblings. 5
So
total.
there are 4 Smiths walking around.
Yeah.
They all like that. Like they all
I have
like.
a big family. Like my dad, he's one of 4.
I'm saying like you got it there. Y'all all are.
Yeah, we're a riot.
A lot of
We're a riot.
No, we're
the
literally.
Smith family reunion
like,
got to be fun.
No, like a lot of people like think I'm like a smart ass. Like Drake, you're kind of mean. Like I come from a mean family. Like
they're all mean.
No, like we're terrible. Like like one time my dad, we was in the car with my friend. Like we picked him up from high school. We were in high school, picked him up from school, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna try out for the basketball team." And my dad was like, "Oh, cool. You ever played before?" And he was like, "All right, never for like the high school team, but I play AAU." Dad's like, "Oh, yeah, you're not gonna make it." And my friend was like, he was just hurt. Like the rest of the car ride, he was silent, he was hurt. So then we like a few weeks go by, and like so after school, and we see him standing like, "Yo, you need to ride home." And he's like, "Yeah, who's driving? We're like, our dad. Nah,
nah, I'm good.
Nah, like really, like my dad, like love my dad, great father, great dad, right? Shout out to my dad, love you, dad. But like, he's a funny guy. Like he'll just like, I was in elementary school, and he used to come in for like donuts for dad. That's where your dad came in, talked about his work, and he would just come. He's a general contractor, like he builds kitchens and bathrooms and stuff for a living, like remodeling. And so he just comes in his work clothes, and he's just like a big tough guy. He just like don't be cracking smiles, nothing. Just walking in, looks menacing, and like when you get to know him, like great guy. But like I guess the other kids in my class, you'd be scared of him. So then I get to middle school, and this one kid's finally like, yo Drake, like, what's home like for you? I'm like, what are you talking about? Like,
Oh my God.
I'm like, what do you mean by that? He's like, what's home like for you? I'm like, what do you mean with like your dad? I'm like, yeah, my dad. He's like, does he beat you? I'm like,
Does he beat you?
I'm like, what? I mean, like no more than like any, like we get in trouble, but that rarely ever happened. Like, so no. He's like,
Wow.
oh, he's scary. I was like, oh,
he's scary.
So yeah. So I say I come from a mean family, like that. How like it's nurture, not nature. Like I guess my family's nature is mean, and I was nurtured into a mean culture. like I just say what's on my mind. Like, that gets me in trouble, but I think it gets me like far too. But going back to Lincoln, to how I got here, right? This is like a very long
Look, bro.
Like it's natural. Like
you are a great person to bring on. I'm so happy.
Oh, thank you. So my
Won't stop, brother.
I go to then I do research on HBCUs, and like I fell into the trap of like Howard University. Like Howard University is like the greatest HBCU on earth, right? Like, cause I live in Maryland, right there. So like you see people hyping it up. My family's like, yeah, go to Howard.
I wanted to go to the real HU.
Hampton?
Oh.
You gotta wear like business casual. Like,
Okay, but it's a wonderful. Have you ever been to Hampton?
it is a beautiful.
Are you going for all the girls? It's
No.
like 9 to 1.
Well, no, but
he's lying. He was going for.
That's not why I wanted to go.
He's lying.
He just wanted to look at the girls.
I know. Look, I looked
You
at
gonna
him.
get me in trouble.
I know. Oh, yeah, let me stop. No. For academics, a high academic scholar.
Yeah. And just where it is,
Yeah.
like honestly.
Well, surrounded by all the girls. Yeah, I get it. And Virginia Beach is like right there. Yeah.
Yeah, the beach.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
And beaches.
But no, I wanted to go to Howard, and like I was hyped up. They sent me like a letter, like apply, because I had the grades. But also that year, you know, Kamala Harris became vice president. Where'd she go? Howard. University. And she, this reminds me, like, I forgot to say, my mom didn't go to HBCU, but she did pledge Alpha Kappa Alpha, so she got the blackness there, you know. I was reminded by Kamala Harris. But, you know, Kamala Harris went to Howard, so everybody and their mom talking about Howard University, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Everybody applies. They got like 20,000 applicants. And I and all my genius applied political science. Everybody and their mom applied political science. Like I know, like
You ain't get in?
no, I ain't getting. I got deferred. I got waitlisted. See,
I didn't get into Howard either. That made me. If Drake ain't get in, I ain't get in. Then it's Howard's fault.
they messed up. I heard they be messing up.
Yeah, like
it wasn't us. It wasn't us. It was them.
Yeah, because y'all lost some real gems.
It was them. Like
look what you missed out on, Howard.
that's crazy. No, it's okay. Lincoln got it. Lincoln got
We got it. It's fine.
Oh, you know, like 1854, baby. They got us.
1854, baby.
Yeah, they got us. But you know, what I did early action, they deferred me. Then I waited. Then I got denied. But in that time of waiting to see if I got in the second round, like I had already applied to Lincoln because I heard about Lincoln at a HBCU fest, and it was nothing. It was an empty table. Like everybody else has like big booths. Howard, Morehouse, Spelman, A&T, Tuskegee. Everybody else got these huge booths. Right, all kinds of stuff, cups, you know, papers, giveaways, all kinds of stuff.
That little box they gave us.
Yeah, but the thing is, at the setup, Lincoln had an empty table. Like all their stuff was already given away, but the dude behind it, like I feel like this is the case with everybody that goes to Lincoln. You fall in love with Lincoln.
You have to.
You fall in love with Lincoln.
You don't love it, you'll leave it.
Oh, absolutely. Like and to like keep coming back and giving back, and for him, Lincoln was like his saving grace, and he nothing on the table. I always tell people there's nothing on the table, but like it was the guy behind the table that made me like interested in Lincoln. This was January 2020, so before I even applied to any schools, like I heard about Lincoln, and I was like, oh, I'll give it. He was like, good, yeah, Lincoln University, you know, third mark Lincoln Hughes, you know, it's kind of secluded, but you're not too far away from home. You know, you can probably go to Lincoln on Lincoln's dime. And I'm like I said, I come from a family of 4 people, right? And like my siblings are older than me, so I've seen them go through college, and like college is no joke. Like you gotta pay for this. So I'm like, I don't want to be a burden to my parents because they work very hard, and I have a twin, so like they got everything is doubled. Everything's always been doubled my whole life. That's why I'm very like frugal too, like because like my dad's frugal, so I'm just frugal.
Makes a lot of sense though.
I am too. Don't even feel bad about it.
I'm just frugal. Like I will pinch a penny. Like I will pinch a penny.
I'd be
no
like
shame.
$6. That's kind of crazy.
No shame. Like I will. No shame.
I just won't buy it.
Yeah.
I want to buy it, but I'd be like,
Can you get this? No.
Or like when I buy it, I'm mad. Like expensive food, I get mad.
No,
Like,
I just hate buying stuff in general.
For real?
I just feel bad. I just look at it like.
did I really need it? I could have went without it.
But then the problem be every once in a while you get that urge, you just buy a bunch of stuff, and it's like.
I'm in that right now. I'm just like, I got to check, and now I'm going to feel real bad about it tomorrow.
Yeah.
hey, YOLO. We're young. We don't got too many bills, right? So
I don't have any.
get it when you can.
But yeah.
So, you know, I do the research on Lincoln. I see all the great alumni, and I'm like, oh, okay, this can be my backup. Like, I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go out of state. Like, I don't want to go to Morgan. I don't want to go to Coppin, UMES. Like, I'm gonna go to Lincoln if I can't get into Howard. So I thought I would never go to Lincoln because I was like, yeah, I'm going to Howard. Like,
I'm glad you didn't go to Coppin.
You glad?
You would have got robbed.
That's crazy. I know I have friends at Coppin.
You know, Coppin is like Mondawmin Mall.
I'm not. No comment.
And
No
I'm
comment.
sure you know
No
Mondawmin
comment.
Mall.
No
It's
comment.
Mondawmin
Yeah,
Mall.
I remember.
Which is like,
Baltimore.
yeah, it's like, all right, Mondawmin Mall is like you just don't want to be there. It's like all the junkies, all that. And then it's Coppin. Like, it's literally like they're literally across the street.
You threw one of the bus. That's crazy.
You
You just threw one of the bus. That's crazy.
I mean, no, I love Coppin.
That
I
doesn't sound
love Carl Hicks. Their coaching. I used to run there, so I know. Like from the track, you can see Mondawmin Mall and the junkies. It's like it's not Coppin's
and
fault.
the junkies.
It's not Coppin's fault the junkies are there.
You just keep calling them junkies.
Well, what are they? Okay, the addicts.
Oh, that.
Low key.
What if they watching this podcast?
No, you're actually supposed to use people with a
Disability.
not a disability, but like a drug addicted. You're not supposed to use the word addict. It's like
those that are.
So you're saying I'm gonna have to blur that out, and you're just gonna have to read my lips if this is still recorded.
Yeah, we gotta be PC, man. We gotta be PC, politically correct.
Oh well, I was uninformed. I was ignorant.
But let me get back to my 20-minute story.
20 minutes.
How I went to Lincoln, and so I did the research, and I fell in love with the place, and then I didn't get into Howard. I wasn't even sad because Lincoln already accepted me. I applied to Lincoln. They accepted me the same day. I applied 12. They accepted me 6 at night.
Yeah, it was. I got accepted
quick.
pretty quick. Did you get a scholarship?
Yeah, and then they gave me a scholarship. And I was like, the guy wasn't lying. He said you could link on Lincoln's not. I was like,
how much?
It wasn't.
How much your scholarship?
Yeah, I'm not answering. I'm not dumb. I'm not answering that.
Yeah, don't answer that.
I still pay for school, but not as much as other people.
Yeah, no. I knew that was fair. I didn't expect it. I would have stopped you.
That's crazy.
He always
cut the camera.
Fair questions.
Cut the camera.
I have to.
Cut the camera.
You want to whisper it?
Nah. Crack it up. But yeah, and then that's how I ended up at Lincoln, and I do not regret my decision at all because Lincoln is such a small school, 1,500 students, but in this day and age, there's so many people pouring into HBCUs. Stuff you look over here, more people giving stuff over here, more people trying to give stuff from business, politicians, community leaders. They're just giving stuff to HBCUs, and people are now starting to go to the smaller HBCUs like us. They're nah, Howard, Spelman, Morehouse, Hampton.
Morgan just got 4,000 new students.
Exactly. So they're saying these big schools, that's nice, but there's small schools out here. They need love too. So if
enough people come, we can build a city around here.
Exactly. And so
we got plenty of land.
And so that's
plenty of corn.
And I guess that is what kind of drives me, putting Lincoln on the map. If you follow my Instagram story, anytime I see something about a Lincoln alumni, I'll say a Lincoln man. Or I post myself with my friends, Lincoln men, we're doing stuff because you always hear about my brother went to Morehouse, so you always hear about the Morehouse man, right? Dr. King, Samuel Jackson, they do stuff, but at Lincoln we do stuff too, and Lincoln women too.
Wasn't Dr. Martin Luther King a Q?
Huh? No, he was an Alpha.
Okay.
Which one? Who?
Dr. King.
He was
Dr.
Alpha.
King, he was an Alpha. So can you see him
strolling?
Never mind. Yeah.
He was strolling.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I guess.
No, I'm just imagining it right now, arm in arm. Anyway.
Yeah, shoot. But yeah. So I'm just trying to Lincoln, anytime, and that's kind of why I just rep Lincoln so hard. Because one, I love it. You got to make it personal. You got to make this legacy personal. You can't just be yeah, go to Lincoln.
Your Lincoln legacy.
When you hear people talk about Howard, Howard, we got to get to that. Yeah, we're not perfect. I'm not saying we're perfect. But
neither is Howard.
Neither is Howard. Neither is Howard. But
let's talk about it.
But we gotta really. No one can tell our story but us here at Lincoln, and that's why I rep it so hard. That's why anywhere I go, I have a little towel and I make famous people hold it, and they take a picture because Lincoln. And then it's funny because I like our alma mater, right? Do you guys know the alma mater?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, actually, I had to learn it. I don't know about heart, but
I know it by heart.
You know about
I sometimes hum it. I just be dun, 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 I know the words, but there's one verse. It says, "We'll raise our standard to the sky, this glory and honor to fly." What's the standard? Right, you have a standard of living, right? So we're raising the bar, raising the standard. But then also, what they mean in the song is it's figuratively and literally a flag. Raise the flag of Lincoln, right? So everybody knows Miss Glory and Honor fly. Lincoln is the greatest.
So I need to make a Lincoln flag for you.
Yeah, low key. Someone give me a Lincoln flag. But so I have a towel and I hold it up because I'm raising the standard by going to these places and bringing these people on campus. But also I'm raising the Lincoln standard as in the Lincoln flag. So I'm trying to make that a thing. I want every student to get a flag or a towel because we just had a student go to Ghana for a international conference. No one talked about that. We just had students go to the a business conference. Nobody talked about that.
And that's why we're here now.
But when you got two people fighting in the dining hall over ice cream. Oh my God, that's crazy.
Over ice. I know you're not talking.
What are you talking about?
Never mind.
Oh, what are you talking about?
He come up you see it?
Yeah. Look, I'm a student too.
Yeah, you still a person. You want to
bro, I had to know because it's for SGA. Like
SGA
I'm privy.
purposes.
No, research.
Yeah.
You know, active investigation. You know, I gotta make sure everything's cool.
You're not judicial.
I gotta make sure everything's cool. You know, it's gotta know, man. It's gotta know. Gotta be in the loop.
Man.
But going back to it, like, but people quick to post that.
Yeah.
Right? Like, we gotta fight during hunger. People quick to post that. Mm-hmm. But like when we doing these great things, like,
it goes under the radar.
Like even ourselves, like, we're quick to post this negative stuff, but we won't post like, oh, I just did this, I did that. Like, we just gotta like hype ourselves up.
Yeah, they always tell you don't post your good news, but yeah, we'll post our bad news.
Exactly. Like, but no. So I post it, and I'll say like Lincoln University. Like, I'm a student at Lincoln University. Like, I'm not ashamed of it. I love it because Lincoln. I wouldn't be the SGA president anywhere else. I think Lincoln's such a unique place that like it really set me up, and I would say this. I wouldn't be a successful SGA president where like you're making these connections with people on campus, off campus.
That's really actually going to be my next question. Go ahead.
You know, you provide for the student, but yeah, what's the next question?
I was going to say, so what have you done as SGA president? Because I feel like if they still watching,
wow.
But nah, I'm saying like just because you know like a lot of people like say they like to point the finger at you, blame you, but it's like people don't know what you actually have done, and there's like you came out saying I'm going to do all these things. So I'm not sure if you want to say like what you have in motion because you know it may be confidential.
No, that's a
but
great
it's
question.
like what are you actually currently doing that where it's like you can say I'm Drake Smith and I told you I was going to do this and I've done this.
So that's a fantastic question, and I should have said in my campaign like, you know, I can't guarantee that stuff's going to happen overnight. Like as soon as you walk through the doors next year, it's not going to be a million changes, right? Because I still got to learn the position. So this is how I did when I was on the school board. Like the first semester, I kind of took it, learned the position, build those relationships. Then the next semester, I really put in the advocacy, fought for what I want to get done. So this semester so far, what I've done is really, one, build those relationships with like the people behind the scenes. So like the chief technology officer here on campus, Justin McKinley, the dean of first year students, Dr. Allen, of course, our fabulous president, because some of those people didn't have a good relationship with the previous iterations of the SGA. Not saying other SGAs is bad. It's like stuff happens. Like you just don't have a relationship with them. So I'm building those relationships because those are the people you got to talk to. So IT, that's Justin McKenzie. I have a good relationship with him. He's the Wi-Fi man, right? Like why is our Wi-Fi bad? Talk to him. Miss Nafisa is my girl. Because I like to eat, right? But, why is the food bad? Talk to her, right? Thompson Hospitality, exactly. Talk to them. With academics, and like you want to build those relationships because so when it's time come, Chief Partee, right? A mentor of mine, right? That's public safety or pub. I have a great, fantastic relationship with him. So when people have issues with pub, like I talk to him about it. So this first semester has really been learning the position, learning what I can do, and kind of setting it up. So like when I ran on hot water, heat, Wi-Fi, we still have those issues this year. Hot water, heat, Wi-Fi. I know that. I've been working on behind, like you said, it's you're in those conversations, and it's really just been gathering the facts. But let me give you what I actually have done on this campus. There's an election coming up, November 8th. I'm always thinking kind of long term.
Voters.
Yeah, we've been registering a lot of voters.
Yeah, he held me hostage to make sure I registered.
Yeah,
knocking on doors.
Literally harassing people. But like, for me, I feel like this is like something bigger than anything else. Like, if you're not registered to vote, you can't complain about anything.
Right.
Like, you shouldn't say nothing. I tell everybody, like, people say like, oh, why should I vote at Lincoln? I'm registered at home. I'm like, no. You live here now. Like, think about it, for 8 months out of the year, you're on this campus. I don't care if you go home every weekend. That's 5 days out of the week, you're still on this campus. You're more so affected by the issues on this campus than anywhere else, wherever you're from. And for you not to vote, that's why Lincoln's the way it is. That's why Lincoln's the way it is. Where are we funded by? The state. Who funds the state? The state legislatures. Who elects them? The voters. So their priorities are what their voters' priorities are. So if we don't vote, we're not a priority. So if we do vote, we become priority. Then you can go on their door. Hey, I voted for you. What's going on? Like, procure me some money. Like, it's hot in the dorm. Like, we need a new dormitory, something like that. And people don't realize that. But like, then then I hear people going like, they bring out like a litany of issues. Like, Lincoln doesn't do this, nothing affects me, I was like, you just named how all this stuff affects you and why you should vote. And Jordan just walked out on us. Oh, he's checking the camera. I'll keep talking. I know. I thought he was like, dang, I'm walking out. This interview's over.
Is it still on?
Turned off?
I think it's probably just going to be audio.
The audio.
I mean, I think we should have like a picture that comes up when the camera goes out, and then when it comes back in, it just fades back into us.
Well, we can work on that.
Yeah, you can work on it. Post it.
We can work on that.
Yeah, not me. I'm just talking.
Yeah.
You got to cut it. You got to be like, damn, Drake talked a lot. Like,
no, but that's good.
I'm not gonna lie. I actually like this is definitely gonna be a long video.
Yeah.
This is already almost an hour.
But it's
I was watching the
fruitful.
vlog.
I feel like those who like when we bring people on, you want to be able to match the vibe, be able to learn something from these podcasts, because it's not just we here to kiki and talk about the weather. Like we really want to put people on the game.
Sometimes those conversations are gonna be like long conversations, technical, because I can't assume all the viewers know who I am.
Right.
Or you can't assume that the viewers know what Lincoln is, right?
They don't.
People should know who you are.
Exactly.
Black men doing great things in power positions.
There we go. Highlight it. You gotta highlight it.
Right.
Gotta highlight it. And so I was talking about what I'm doing. So voter registration. So like, if we don't vote, like nothing's gonna happen. That's kind of why Lincoln looks the way it is, because like we just don't vote on this campus.
I think that's part of the like Black culture though. Like we feel like we don't need to vote.
We don't vote for the right thing.
We don't vote, right?
We'll pop out to vote for the president.
Or we don't vote at all. And I feel like black voters matter, y'all. That's important.
And I think people don't realize that every issue you have because you don't vote, or we don't come out in mass and vote. Like every single vote matters. Like if we had control of Congress right now, student loan, that'd be canceled. Mm-hmm. Right, that'd be canceled because we don't have control of the Senate. So it'd be canceled. They would have passed the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act, the John Lewis Voter Rights Act, like all that stuff would be protected. Like we'd be in a better country, but like we just don't vote. And people say like, oh, don't vote, pause them, I'm like, you're playing into like their hands. Like that's exactly what they want you to think. They want you to think like, oh, it's a waste of time. But in reality, like you vote 2 times a year, right? 1 time in the spring. There's an election every year, right? So you're gonna vote like twice in 1 year, about in the springtime, then in November. And it's only like at most like an hour out your day to vote. People take hour-long naps. People watch Netflix for like 6 hours at a time. You don't got an hour to vote. Like and this is not to say like some people really
you should try and get them to put voter registration in FYE.
No, and actually that's what I'm working on. Like I said, so Dean Roundtree is over the first year experience class, Dean of first year students, and so they're already starting to plan for next year. And then we're kind of like building as we climb. So there's a lot of stuff that I realized at the end I should have done at the beginning. So you'll see it early on next year. So because I want my issue to be, and it kind of already is an issue. I don't know if people are lying to me or not, but they'd be like, "Oh, I'm already registered on campus. Like this so and so registered me. Like da 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 da." Like so it's good, right? We're running into people saying we're already registered, but that's like the biggest push. And then also, we're working on homecoming, the SGA, because the question was, what has the SGA done so far? So voter registration, huge push. Building those relationships, that's big. That's behind the scenes. But stuff you can see, homecoming and welcome back week. A lot of people have mixed reviews about homecoming, but the thing is, the school's administration is the one that calls the shots. Like we just make do with what we got. Yeah. Making a way out of no way, right? And we try to make it as fun as possible. I think it was I enjoyed it. I enjoyed homecoming. I mean,
they shut down pretty nasty.
Because
I want my money back.
That's because we were enjoying it. We was enjoying it. They talked to the school. You tell the school like, hey, listen to school.
I want a refund.
That's the school. Like a lot. That's why we're working on all that stuff. But I mean, so that's the stuff we've been working on. It's slow. Like it is slow because this is bureaucracy. Right, there's a lot of red tape, a lot of stuff you gotta go through, and that's why I'm trying to learn the people, right. Because we all know Lincoln. There's a Lincoln runaround. Like, oh, did you call so and so? Call the. No, you got to call this office. They're not here today. Mm-hmm. That's crazy. No, I can't do nothing. But if I can just go straight to the person I need to go to, call them. Hey, like, this is an issue. Oh, okay, Drake. It's fixed.
It's fixed.
That happened. I mean, there was a small thing. I just called somebody's office like, hey, can you do this? Okay, Drake, it's done. I was like, really? Yeah. Like, so it's building and it's slow. And I know people are pressing issues. That doesn't mean we're just sitting on our butts, like just okay, you know,
Twiddling your
we just gotta
toes.
wait, you know, but like, and we're trying to get more people on campus. I brought a lot of, for me at least, a lot of politicians on campus, because I feel like if they start seeing Lincoln in a great light, then they'll be like, well, we want, one, invite Lincoln students to other places, but then two, we want to pour into Lincoln. And people have already talked about how they want to pour into Lincoln. So it's just a slow burn. It really is. So now that homecoming's kind of behind us, like a big push the first semester, we have more time to like focus on the other things that like are pressing. So we're going to set up those meetings or to continue those talks about, you know, heat, hot water, Wi-Fi, all that good stuff. So it's a work in progress. It really is. And, you know, if you don't see me working, just knock on the SGA office, sub 129. Just go down there, like, yo, what's going on? Sub, the student union building. Drake, what's going on? Like, I need the answer, Stu.
Absolutely. All right. Is there anything else? Because it's getting kind of long. So
Yeah.
Is there anything else like would you like to speak on or let anybody know? Just in general, your closing remarks.
I just think that while you're at Lincoln University for 4 years, 5, maybe 6, right? Get as much as you can, because yeah, you can get a piece of paper, but
Then you'll be like everybody else.
you just be like, I mean, everybody got a piece of paper, like, and I'm not discrediting a degree is a degree,
Yeah.
but you want the skills. A degree should say that you have these skills. Get it here. Talk to your professor. Talk to faculty, to the administration. You know, go off campus. Like this part of Pennsylvania has a lot to offer. Like you got to go a little bit to get it. Like you're a Amish country, but like it's out there. Like I'm interested in politics. Like politics is all around, right? Election season. But if you're interested in like business, mass communications, journalism, the health field, anything else really, like it's out there, and they want to pour into HBCUs. Pennsylvania only has 2 HBCUs.
Yeah.
Okay,
The first at that.
exactly. I mean, we have the first 2 HBCUs. I mean, the first, you know, we're the first, right? Lincoln,
Wow.
we're the first. Then you have Cheney. They cool too, but like,
They are.
but they're not Lincoln. We should play that. We should play that to our favor. Like, hey, come to Lincoln, come to Lincoln, come to Lincoln, because everybody wants to pour into HBCUs. There's only 2 in the state of Pennsylvania. Really, we should have everything coming towards us, right, to lift us up. But, you know, so I would just say, like, use your time while you're here wisely. You know, make good friends, have fun, make good choices, but just keep raising our standard.
All right. Feel me? You were a lovely guest.
Thank you.
Amazing.
It's like my
Amazing.
first like real podcast. Like I've done like interviews, and I've been like recorded, but it's never been like a podcast like interview.
Yeah. You feel me? It's a nice place to just actually talk about what you need to
Shit.
talk about.
I know I was about to spill my beans. I was about to like give you all kinds of like secrets. And I had to catch myself. I was like, whoa, they trying to get me.
Got excited.
They trying to get me.
We was trying to catch him, y'all.
Well, all right. Well, this is the Black Caliber. It's like, no, the Black Caliber podcast.
Distinction at its finest.
All right. And, you know, thank you for watching.